be tough. The middle 3 weeks is horrible because it's just monotonous bull crap that you're doing over and over again. And so that though, get after it, make it happen, become that version of yourself that you need. So you can start leading yourself and showing up for your family in a big way. So alrighty, let's see what's this thing going. The middle 3 weeks is horrible. All right, so hey, look, we are a little over. Actually, I think today is actually exactly the halfway point of the month. And so where are you at right now with your personal production and your team production? Are you halfway to what you said you were going to be at? I want y'all to go look at your numbers. Are you halfway to what you said you're going to be at? Are you halfway to 5x5 or 10x10? Are you halfway to getting your SIE done? Are you halfway to your insert thing that you had goal for at the end of the month? The reality is probably not, right? Most of us are not. I know for a fact that we are not. Right now, I will tell you that we're about halfway to the income goal for the month, but that's a lagging indicator, right? That's a lagging indicator of the results that we've been putting in over the last 90 days. Your income right now is not an indicator of the work you're doing right now. It's an indicator of the work you did 60 to 90 days ago. Okay, so if you're closing business right now, it's because you did what you needed to do before, or you're brand new. Right, so if you're brand new and you're setting hot market appointments, that's a little bit different. But if you've been around for more than 90 days, your income right now is a lagging indicator. Everybody type lagging indicator in the Zoom chat right now. You have metrics in your business that will help you grow. You have metrics in your business that will keep you small. They are the same. Okay, your activity will help you grow. Your activity will keep you small. Your belief will help you grow. Your belief will keep you small. Right? Look, you have to understand how this business works. This business is not an instant gratification business. And if you want my honest opinion, that is why a lot of people fail in this business, because you can go on Facebook, put a post up and go look at who likes you right away. But in Primerica, you got to get better for 4, 5, 6 years before you start to make a sizable income. That is a long game. That's a real long game. But if you talk to anybody that's done anything substantial here, I'm talking like making 300 plus a year, like that's not us yet. But if you talk to anybody that is doing anything real substantial in Primerica, they will tell you that your first 50 grand that you make here in Primerica is going to be the hardest $50,000 you ever make in your whole life. And I'm talking about 50 grand in a rolling 12. There's a whole lot of things that you could do that are a lot easier for you to make $50,000. I'll just be honest with you. I'm not going to try to sit here and sugarcoat you and tell you that it's easy. It's not. Your first 50 G's in Primerica are hard. But I promise you right now, the money, the income that we're making right now, we're tracking about 280 a year right now is what, if you take our monthly income and you multiply that out, we're tracking about 280. I feel like we're doing the exact same thing that we needed to do to make 50 grand. And I feel like the return on investment at 300 grand a year versus 50 grand a year is astronomically different. The only difference is the time and the fact that I do it every day. Right. And this is what I was talking about earlier on our leadership call that we do right before this. For those of you that qualify for that, was you build the habit of doing it every day by doing it every day. That's the only way you build the habit. There's no shortcut. There's no cheat code. There's no way for you to get there faster. You just got to show up and put the work in and let the seed get watered. Right? The tree does not grow by you just like throwing a seed on concrete and hoping for the best. You got to put it in good fertile soil, water it, take care of it, tend to it when it's young. You got to really guard your habits. You have to guard your mindset, guard your thought process. You have to protect those things when you're new here, even when you're not new here, but specifically when you're new here. Even, I don't care, I'll back up a little bit. I don't care what business it is. If you have a business in general, people are going to tell you, why are you doing that? Why don't you go get a job? It is what it is. Right. And so here's the reality. Like, you can go do that. Like, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that that is the worst thing ever for most people. Most people are employees. But if you're excited here and you want to make a difference and you want to make a change in your life and you're like, Dan, I'm tired of having somebody with their thumb on me telling me what to do all the time, you have a chance to do that here. And I don't want to sit here and be like an over the top dream seller of like Lamborghinis and fancy cars and all the nice things. And the reality is, like, that is a result of working hard for a long period of time, that you have the freedom to do that if you want. Okay. That's not the dream for a lot of people. I think the reality is a lot of us have the dream of being able to wake up in the morning and not having our blood pressure at a sky high limit or a sky high number because of the bills coming in, or because of a medical issue that just happened and we don't know how we're going to handle it, or something happened with a house and the heater broke and it's in the middle of the winter and you don't have the money to fix it. It's little things like that. That's the stuff that we are like, that's the nightmare that a lot of us lived in, or that we lived in. But it's a nightmare that a lot of you guys might live in right now. Like, you're one emergency away from an absolute dumpster fire in your finances. Yes or no? Like, and you're thinking like, oh, an emergency, like something crazy happens. No, I'm talking like a blown engine on a week that you don't have a paycheck on your car. Now what? Now you don't have a job because you can't get to work. You don't have money because you can't fix your car. You have to work your ass off to get out of that daily grind of where you're at right now. And guys, the reality for us is it took us a year to get out of debt, and then we went and turned right back around and got 100% back in debt. Stupidest thing we ever could have done. And we did all of that while we were in Primerica. It has nothing to do with Primerica. It was our own bad decisions. And now we're just finally, I told Taylor the other day, I was like, we're finally at the point that the first week-ish of the month, like every bill is paid and we're just in like accumulate cash mode for the rest of the month. And just build and save and stash cash away and finally start being able to build like something substantial. But that came, you know what that came through? That came through 6 months of me getting my absolute ass kicked in the business. Lots of people cancel, quit, all that, everything you could imagine. Most people would have quit in that time frame. I have no doubt in my mind. And so you have to just make the decision that come hell or high water, this is it for you. And that you're going to build your ship and make it strong enough so when the storm comes, it doesn't rock you over. And that you've got enough going on, enough activity that you keep moving forward. A ship moving fast forward is a lot harder to derail and knock over than a ship that is stopped. And it's a lot easier to steer that boat too than it is to steer a moving or a parked boat, right? Where you try to steer, everybody go out to your car and try to turn right and don't hit the gas. And see, let me know how it goes. Are you still in the same spot or are you moving? Did you turn? You're in the same spot, right? So your business is the same way, and the gas pedal is your activity. In my opinion, you're not on the highway here until you're running 40 appointments a week. Like, some of you are trying to take the fast track to RVP in a school zone with your activity level. Like, you're at 15 or less appointments on the docks. You're driving through a freaking parking lot trying to go across the country. It's going to take you forever and you might never get there. That's just that is a fact. And if you don't like it, I'm sorry, but that's just the reality. Your activity, you have to get serious about your activity. Elliot, we've talked quite a bit over the last week about your activity, haven't we? And it's gotten to the point, and I'm coaching. I'm telling them this because I know you can take it, and I love you. But I told him, I was like, I would not worry about one other thing in this planet except for your activity level right now. Like, your activity, I'm serious. If you're serious about this business and your activity is below 15, you are in like emergency mode. Like, there is a hurricane coming. You need to evacuate your lazy habits and you need to go set some appointments right now, because you are in a danger zone. You are right in the path of destruction where I watch people quit. You have to take your activity to another level. That's just the reality. And those of you guys that have teams and you're recruiting people, you got to get to the sweet spot where you're closing something every single day, because that's where your team starts to follow you and they start to really build belief in you. Because they see your name coming across Telegram saying, I brought on a new business partner. I helped a family with protection. Because of Cassie, with the help of Cassie, I brought on your team sees, because of Josh, because of Elle, because of Angie, because of Karen, I did X. And they start to see, like, this person is actually leading people. That's when your business really starts to click, because now there's you have third-party social proof of what you say you can do is happening. Does that make sense? No, go to mom. You have third-party proof of what you say that you can do is actually happening. Guys, one of the biggest things that people look for in marketing is they look at the social proof. Right? What do I mean by social proof? Right? What is social proof? Social proof is when you go to somebody's website and they have all these testimonials of this person lost this much weight, this person lost this much weight. That's social proof. What is the social proof for your business? What is the social proof that you can do the things that you say you can do? I'm gonna, KJ, your video is going wild over here. I'm gonna stop the video because you got all types of backgrounds happening right there. I don't know what's going on, but it's freaking me out. So it's like the one screen, it's always changing. It's like a strobe light. But guys, like, your activity level is the most important thing. Type activity is everything in the Zoom chat really quick, guys. Your activity is the single most important thing that you have in Primerica. It's your activity and your attitude. Activity is number one, attitude is number two. You could have a lot of activity with a bad attitude and still close people. If you have no activity and a horrible attitude, you're doing nothing good here. Just to be real. Right? So you have to watch it all. And oh man, hey, can you go get my book upstairs? It's on the floor. My white book. Next to my bed on the floor. Yes. Okay, I just sent a 3-year-old upstairs, so we'll see if he remembers. But upstairs, no, upstairs by my bed. Okay, great. He's not gonna get it. It's not gonna happen. No way. But there's a quote that I read last night. I forget what it was exactly, but I read it and Freya looked like I was reading it out loud, and I read it to Freya and she's like, "Oh, that's a good one." Like my 5-year-old, and she's like, "That's a good one," and she said it back to me, and I think like she remembered it. And then in the middle of the night, I asked her, I was like, "Do you remember what that quote was?" Because she woke up and she said something about attitude and activity. And I was like, yes, it's working. I'm teaching my kids on how to grow something substantial. I don't like, at the end of the day, I hope they do Primerica because it's been amazing for us, but I'm not going to make them. But I want to, as my job as a dad is to instill good habits into their life. And Brian, if the habits I instill into my kids is to have a good attitude and work hard, I think they're gonna be just fine, whatever they do. And what habits are you instilling into yourself, right? That's just a reality. What are you instilling into yourself? What are the things that if I were to audit your life right now, does your life look like it's going to be a regional vice president in the next year? Does your habits look like you're going to be an RVP in the next year? Does your attitude look like you're going to be an RVP in the next year? How do you treat people when the doors are closed? Right? Those are things that you have to audit in your own life and determine of like, all right, I'm not who I thought I was. And you can make a change. It's a course correction, guys. Look, this is not a beat you up call at all. I really hope you guys don't hear that. This is not at all the intention of this call. This is a call of like, all right, hey, look, it's time for me to get a little bit better, right? It's time for me to take it to the next level. That's the whole leadership call I did this morning, was giving them an actual game plan to level their life up in the next 2.5 months. Here's the other truth too, is like 2.5 months, those of you that were on that first call, and 75 days is universal. I'll be damned if you do what I told you to do this morning and you don't win universal. I'm just being honest with you. There's no way. And so guys, look, like this, where we're at right now as a business, we have the foundation locked in. Like now it's just how bad do you want it? Right? How bad do you want to go and get something for you and your family? How bad do you want the freedom? How bad do you want the growth? How bad do you want to actually have this be your full-time source of income? How bad do you want the ring, right, Cass? Like Cass, 5,100. Cass, what'd you close the month with last month? 5,100. Perfect. So Cassie's on track for the watch right now. Once she hits her RVP contract at the end of the month, as long as she wraps out, or not wraps out, as long as she closes out what she needs to close out with this month, Cass will start closing the gap on the ring, because she'll double, at least maybe a little bit more than that, her take home plus her bonuses, and she's going to be on track for hitting the ring. And guys, look, like every single one of you could do that. Like Cass, what would you say? How long ago would you say that you really decided to like go and get after it. Probably what, early March. So what, March, April, May, June, 4 months later, she's tracking for the watch. Once she gets her contract done she'll be on track for the ring in 4 or 5 months. I believe that you could do it faster, but 4 months is still a pretty quick time frame to turn it around. Yes or no? Like, please don't hear that the wrong way at all, Cass. That was not meant to be like a sassy thing at all. It's just the reality. I think that you could make a decision, put your head down and make it happen very quickly. Or you can, it could take you 6 months too. It doesn't matter. Like either way is fine. And at the end of the day, you're not going to get a $50,000 a year raise where you're at right now. You're not. And so if you just got better and you just put effort in and you worked your butt off for a little bit of time, what's your life going to look like? How much better is your income? How much better are you going to feel about yourself when you actually start to accomplish those things that you said you wanted to accomplish? So I hope that was helpful for you all. I'll open it up for one question. If anybody has a question, go ahead and shoot it at us real quick. And then we will get into the docs here in just a second. I'm pulling up the docs. My computer's taking forever to load. Does anybody have a question?
I will fill the docs out when I get my computer up and going.
I will believe that when I see it filled out, but it's okay.
So ignore it. I'll do it today.
Yeah, I heard that before. All right.
I do have 2 appointments today, though, so we don't have to change it.
All right. Let's see. What? You only have 2 appointments in the next 7 days?
Oh no, not in the 7 days. I think I have like 10.
Okay, so yeah, you need to figure that out. You need to you have to figure that out today.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. I'm pulling them up. Let me share them real quick. Did anybody have a question? All right, perfect. So here we go. Into the docs, 52. I got 4 recruits. I'll get to you in a second, Josh. You're too late. So I have 52 on the docs today. Oh wait, I'm gonna try something real quick. If I break it, I'm sorry. Let's see. Sort A to Z. Can I do it this way? Oh, I can. Yes, but I sorted it the wrong way. Sort Z to A.
Nice.
There we go. Okay. So so 52 today. What I have 4 recruits and 2 kitchen tables. Karen, 19.
Shoot, I forgot to count them. I think there's about 9 recruit appointments.
Let's go, Karen.
What's your close rate at?
Low.
Listen to Hector Lamarck over and over and over and over again, and then practice and say the objections into your audio and record it and listen to how you say it. Okay. And keep practicing that until you sound like him.
And believe that overcoming objections works.
Josh, 16, sorry,
Yes.
16.
I got 5 actual recruit appointments and an IBA that's signing day.
Awesome. Are you running? How many appointments would you? Do you think that 17% is an accurate close rate for you?
Yeah, because of the numbers, because we're in the middle of the month and there's so many appointments that have accumulated and not closed, and then like it makes sense because I've really only out of all the multitude of appointments, and I've only closed two life apps, so that does make sense for the numbers.
Well, there's 6 recruits too, so you've run 40. You'd say you ran about 46 appointments, only closed 8 things so far this month. I'm not trying to pick on you. I just want to make sure. Okay. So
no, that's legit. No, that's legit.
I think that your last 5 days have been a lot better, and this number is going up. So just keep running appointments and make sure you're throwing in the questions about like, hey, home and auto and your will and stuff like that on your appointments. That'll help you pick up some slack, some trash over here, right? Which will, like, if you, let's say you just go 3 on that bumps your close rate 6 points. So just ask.
Let's go.
If you're not closing the recruit, here's a cheat code. If you don't close a recruit, ask for the hey, are you open to a home and auto quote? See if we could save you some money there. Are you open to this? Are you open to that? Those are things. PLPP is like home and auto, closed home and auto as well. Okay. So anyway, Cass, 14. Cass, almost out of the school zone. What's up? You have 14. Let's go. Almost back to work. What you got today?
I have 2 recruit appointments, a policy delivery, and follow-up.
Awesome. That policy delivery is an investment and a PLPP if you do it the right way. So just make sure you ask the will question, make sure you ask those questions there, you'll be good. Awesome. Brian, and you need to set 5 today and you'll be at 15 and then never go below 14 again until you've built your business. Brian, 9.
Gotta recruit today.
Awesome. And so set 2 and you'll be in double digits. Okay.
Okay.
Angie,
I have 2 FNAs and 2 recruits today.
2 FNAs and 2 recruits, you said? Okay, make sure you're filling out the right side of the docs. If you need help with it, let me know. I can help you, okay?
Okay. Okay.
L3,
I have 1 recruit today.
all right, get out of the parking lot, bro. Get to 15. Hell or high water, that's your number 1 goal today. You need to get out of 3. You have to get over 15 ASAP. Jenna, dose, you already said what you have. Never mind. All right, Karen, I saw your hand. Do you still have a question?
So I don't know if I put it or not, but like if you get somebody who wants a home and auto quote, but then they can't save, do you put it on
That
there or
doesn't-
not?
Yeah, don't, no, you don't put it on there until they save money, until you get paid on it. Yeah, don't put it on there until you get paid on it.
Gotcha.
The left side of the docs is showing us if you're doing the right things on the front end. The right side of the docs is that's the lagging indicator. That's what shows us if things are going good or bad. That's what shows us if you're doing the right stuff. So, all right, guys, we're at 122 on the docs. When are we going to get serious about getting over 150? That's the question I got for you. So what I want you guys to go put in the Telegram, by what day will you be above 20 on the docs? When will you be above 20 on your rolling 7 appointments? I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.